one, we're going to find lines tangent and normal to the curve at point 1, 0. We're using implicit differentiation. We have y equals 2 sine of pi x minus y. So let's differentiate the left-hand side. That's just going to be derivative of y with respect to x. Now using the chain rule, we're going to differentiate this whole thing. So this is going to be 2 cosine of pi x minus y, and then you have to differentiate the inner function. So when you differentiate the x, that's just going to be pi minus, and when you differentiate the y, that's going to be dy dx. All right, now let's go ahead and distribute this. This is one term, so I'm going to distribute like that because we have to solve for dy dx. So we have dy divided by dx equals, I want to move this pi like that. All right, so that's 2 pi cosine of pi x minus y. Minus, and then we're going to multiply those two. 2 cosine pi x minus y times dy dx, divided by dx. Now, let's group our dy's dx's together. So I have dy dx, and then we're adding this to both sides. So this is a plus 2 cosine pi x minus y times dy dx. And we're going to leave this on the right-hand side of the equation. 2 pi times cosine of pi x minus y. And the last step is factor out this. So you get dy dx times 1 plus 2 cosine of pi x minus y equals 2 pi cosine of pi x minus y. Now I said it's the last step. It's not. The last step is divide both sides by this term here. So I'm just going to divide and put it under here. So let's do that. We get dy divided by dx equals 2 pi times cosine of pi x minus y divided by 1 plus 2 cosine of pi x minus y. Now let's find the slope or the gradient, whichever you prefer, and plug this in. We solved for this, so dy dx equals. Now plug in your values, and we're going to get 2 pi, and then we have x here, so that's going to be cosine, this is 0, y is 0, and cosine of pi, you plug in 1, you get negative 1. And then for the, sorry about that, the denominator is going to be 1 plus 2, and then we have, this is negative 1 again. So basically, this is you plug in 1, so cosine of pi is negative 1, and then the y's are just zeros. So this simplifies to negative 2 pi divided by negative 1. So our slope is 2 pi, and that is for the tangent line. And then for the normal, you do the negative reciprocal. So that's going to be negative 1 divided by 2 pi. So let's write our equations now. So for the tangent, we have y minus 0, so y equals 2 pi times x minus 1. You could also write this as y equals 2 pi x minus 2 pi. And then for the normal, that's going to be y equals negative 1 divided by 2 pi times x minus 1. And then you have your plus 0 for your y, but we don't need that. So, simplifying this gives me y equals negative x divided by 2 pi plus 1 divided by 2 pi. And that's for your normal. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.